So basically we have two types of buildings, right? Like the ones that develop once you develop your city, like this one, right? Like this is a poor commercial shop. It's called YOLO Tattoos, right? And those you just zone say commercial, and then you will get those. So that's one thing that we could work on, like this type of buildings. And then there's infrastructure buildings like like infrastructure, yeah. So for example, like the airport, or the plaza. And some of them I was thinking maybe we want to build some or model some variations. So for example, like the I don't know, like the road canal, which means like the bridge. We only have one versions of those bridges, and so every time you come up with one or you add one, it always looks the same, which may or may not be something that we want to do. So let me actually post on our Discord that I'm live, so that the community knows. Yeah. There we go. I should have prepared this before. Like, I need to get better at this. But here we go. Alright. Very cool. So I think as the first thing that I want to do is I want to just add more variations to some of those buildings. And so let's check this out. Okay, so for example, this is a factory. And oh wait, I noticed one of those factories that it had a funny thing at the bottom. Like it wasn't properly textured at the bottom. So maybe we can figure. I think it was this one. Yeah, this one. I don't know why, but this one, yeah, you see it like it's white at the bottom for some reason. It doesn't have a proper texture there. So to fix this, I need to understand, okay, this is variation 2, so it's inside here. And yeah, I think the issue is that the concrete at the bottom doesn't have, looks like it doesn't have a material attached to it. So do we have the texture? I mean, I said I wasn't going to do like bug fixing. This feels like art bug fixing, but yeah, I mean, yeah, so this one, right? So why isn't this one, let's see, I need to open the prefab here. Okay, no, not this prefab, I need the other one. Where is it? Oh, maybe I didn't create it. Okay, so basically let's do this. I want to change the scene to city, so that I'm here. So then I'm gonna add it again, and then I'm going to just fix it, and then we're gonna create a new one. And I'm gonna be using Blender and Substance Painter. And it's complaining that I should install a new GPU driver, but it's actually fine. So let's see. Unity is switching scenes, and that takes forever. By the way, I think I can delete this while we wait on the new one like this. Let me know if the music is too loud. I feel like it's fine, but I hope it's not too loud. Let me actually turn it down just slightly, just to make sure I'm not making a mistake here. So yeah, so this Skid, what you're listening to is the Skid City official soundtrack. You can find it also on Spotify. It's by me and by another great artist that is called Pepson. He also did the most famous mod for Remoral in terms of original soundtrack, or different soundtrack I should say, compared to the base game. And so yeah, Pepsin is great. I don't like this camera angle. Sometimes I just want to switch. Takes forever, huh? Okay, so in the meantime, while we're waiting, let me show you some basics. So basically, can I? Oh, can I show shortcuts in Blender? Okay, so extensions. I should have this. Where is it? So preferences, extensions. I thought I had it already. So I just want to show you guys my shortcuts. Screencast, right? Yeah. Screencast keys. Region. Enable on startup. Okay. So can you see the shortcut now? I don't see them, right? So screencast keys. No, I think it's fine. Sidebar space. I think it should be fine. Well, maybe I need to restart Blender 4. Yeah. Oh, okay. Very nice. I didn't want to go here though. Just do the animation. So can you? No. Okay. Okay, that was unfortunate. Let's see. Okay, now you can see it. Okay, great, great, great. So we got that out of the way. Let's see if Unity changed. Okay. So what we were doing, we were gonna fix the FP2 size 2 var 2. I know, it's a mouthful, but basically everything you do when you're developing a game, like everything has to have a unique name. Like it's super important you do that, so that it's always easy to reference stuff. And so the issue is that this. Wait, so what's the issue here? It's supposed to be. This looks wrong though. But it's actually right, meaning like, yeah, this is the texture. So I guess I just had the wrong texture, yeah? So I'd say the quick fix, I'll be honest, is just pick another similar texture from another one. So what happens if I go like this? Ah, we have an occlusion map as well, okay. Doesn't change anything. So, So maybe the issue is with this plane. So let's open it up. So if I go here, open, and I look for F2 var2 unique. So this is it. And let's see what's the issue here. So the first thing I see, this is supposed to have its own name, and it has its own name, right? But it doesn't seem affected by it. So maybe we have two planes, don't we? Checking. Okay. I think we have a duplication. Yes, okay. Okay, I see that. I see the issue now. We have two planes and they are on top of each other, and so I can see one, which is the one without any color. Okay, so this should be easy to fix. So I'll just bring back this. Okay, this looks good. we're good to go. So now I need to add the stuff to bake it. So because what happens is you on one side, on one level, you want to be able, when modeling, to define multiple materials for your model. And the reason is it's much easier to model if you use multiple materials, right? Like you can say, okay, this is like the metal part, this is the concrete part, and so on and so forth. And so it's easier to set that up in Blender, and then when you're exporting, you're like, okay, like, oh, I remember this is the etc., etc. And so it's much easier. However, you don't want to have that many materials inside of Unity, because Unity make a draw call for every material you add to a model. And so if, let's say you have 7 materials into a building, it's 7 GPU calls, basically. It's crazy. You don't want that. So basically what I do is I create one material out of, like, I bake the materials. So basically what that means is out of, I don't know, like 10 materials I used, I model everything, I do everything, I'll show you, and then I use this script to bake it, which means like to actually unify all of the materials into one Unity material, so that it's optimized, basically. It's an optimization process. That's what I'm doing here. I'm rebaking everything just so this way we should not have this issue. So let's see if this is fixed now. Yeah, I think I need to redo the whole thing, because I overwrote something, and so of course it doesn't like it. Yeah. So let's redo the whole thing. So I'm just going to delete all of those assets here. Yeah. And I'm gonna restart the process from scratch. Yeah. Let's restart from scratch. Also, it's helpful, so you see the process, right? So I want to put this at 0, 0, 0. I don't really need that, but you know. I used to do it this way, and now I keep doing it. I'm just worried if it's not at 0, 0, 0. I also want to bring it at the very bottom of the hierarchy, just so I see it here. I'm gonna remove it from the scene at the end, but not now. And so the reason why I'm doing all of this, just take a step back if you've never seen Unity. Basically, the way Unity works is that you can create objects, and then you can either leave them into the scene, so then when the player enters the scene, he just sees the scene, right? This is kind of the easy way of doing stuff. But in this case, you know, it's a city building game. So what happens is you want to build your game, you want to build your city. So it's not like you enter, you know, the scene and it's there. Everything is there because you're going to build it. And so what you can do in Unity is you can, let's leave it at this. You can create what's called a prefab. So a prefab is like an object that is, I don't know, like 3D model, a script, and a bunch of other things you can attach to a Unity object. And then you can save it in your Unity project, but it's not in the scene. And what that means is you can then reference it later for example, inside your script, and you can do stuff with it. So for example, you can spawn it when the user builds it, right? So that's what I'm doing here. I'm creating the prefabs so that you can then, you know, I then reference them into my code, so that when you build, you actually see stuff coming up. So what I'm doing right now is I'm rebuilding this prefab for this particular building, so that I can reuse it. And I'm trying to, okay, so I'm gonna save the prefab. And this is like the thing that works for me. in terms of like workflow. But in general, my point is you want to have as few materials as possible, and especially if the material is repeated across your game a lot, you want to be able to enable GPU instancing, which is what I'm doing here. Okay, so we have this. Now I need to go back because here, this is the actual prefab that I then use. It has some more stuff other than just the model. And so this is why. And I understand why it didn't just update, because the other thing I learned on my skin, quote unquote, is that how can I say that in English? Like I learned the hard way. Yeah, is that you need to have as small as hierarchy in Unity as possible, because you don't want a huge hierarchy, because that's gonna slow down stuff. And so I'm trying to reduce it. Okay, so we fixed this. Okay, so let's think. What do we want to model today? I wanted to see if I can build more, if I can model more level 4s. Usually level 4s, there's not a lot of variations. There's the rich commercial. What about the poor commercial? I remember there was something that didn't have a lot of variations. Maybe size 1, size 3. Level 3 has a lot of them. Level 2, size 2, size 1, level 1, size 1. Oh, we don't have, wait, where's CR2S1? Where is it? Am I running crazy here? Where are they? Level 2, size 1. Yep. Oh, okay, they are by mistake here. So I need to move this to the proper.
Una serata con gli amici e ora silenzio totale.
Why do I have?
È il momento di far partire
Why do
la
I have
festa. Con Spotify Premium
advertising
puoi
here?
creare una
I'm
jam
paying for this stuff. Well, those guys. Okay, so let's review. So CR2 S1, which means rich commercial size 1 of level 2. So we have 2 variations here as well, and they look good. So, and here I have 5 of level 1, and here I have 2. So those are not a lot. Another thing I was thinking about, I was considering, is now every time you build, if you build, let's say a 4x4, they're gonna be unified and they're gonna switch from level 1, from size 1 to size 2, which means, you know, you see a lot of sizes too in the city, which is fine, but it gets bulky fast because it looks like everything is just a square, right? Because everything has the same kind of size. So let me see if I can show you an example real fast here. And so another option we may do is I may switch so that it might switch to, let's say when you put 4 squares together, they might merge into a bigger one, but they also might not. And I think that's gonna bring a lot of variations to the city vibe. So for example, like, let me show you. So I don't think it's very visible with level 1 of, where's my music, by the way? Did we get back? Are we still? Okay. So, okay, I think Unity crashed. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, Unity crashed on me because it didn't like me switching. Okay. So, what happens when it's like this? I think that, yeah, it zoomed in too much, right? Okay. I need to fix that, by the way. So, yeah, so you can see it's those buildings, but let me show you what I mean. So, like, if I build, I need to have the factories developed to make this point. So I'm just quickly adding stuff. Oh, and we could also build more variations of those pipes. I introduced, like, code-wise, I can already add it, but yeah. So you see, for example, like here it merged into a 2x2, and here it stayed a 1x1, right? And so my point is, right now it's always merging into a 2x2, and so it gets really bulky. So I was wondering if I could like make it that it may merge, but it may not. And maybe I can also like work on 3x3s, which would add even more variety to your city. I think that would be exciting. The issue is that would be a lot more art, right? There will be a lot more art because yes, it would mean that for every level, for everything, we need well, you know, if I do a 3x3, then yes, it's a lot of art. If I just add more 1x1s, just need to make sure I have enough variations for 1x1s. So maybe we can try it in the code and see how it looks. So I'm gonna fire up cursor to make this experiment. By the way, I just noticed those are not modeled by me. This is a mod I installed from the Steam Workshop because I've supported that. So before we dive into this experiment, I was thinking, maybe I was noticing that, okay, so we have 5 variations of this. I thought it was enough, but actually now that I'm looking at it, I see a lot of repetitions. So I should also like introduce some code thing where you're not supposed to get this many repetitions around it. Some way to discourage that. But yeah. Also looks like they're all oriented in the same way, but I think there's some code to like orient them in a random way. So let's make some more experiments, because I may have bugged that, because I rewrote all of the spawning system recently. So maybe I bugged the orientation randomizer, so they're always oriented in the same way. With oriented, I mean you see like this and this are not only the same model, they're also facing the same way, right? So I'm not super excited about, like they should at least move in a different direction. But this is actually, maybe I was just unlucky, because I see that this and this are actually on different, facing different directions. But those are not, so I don't know. It's like weird. Why are they? Let me check, because maybe I did a mistake, huh? Or maybe I introduced this thing recently. So I paused, and now I'm in the, there we go. I'm in the Unity thingy. So, you know, building icon manager, tile model, tile developer. Yeah, so this should be randomized, right? Like, it already looks a little bit better if it's like this, like it gives some variety. But this is, okay, so I don't want to rotate this because it would cause problems and stuff, but like this, right? Like this, that would make sense. So the tile developer, tile model script. Let's check the tile model script. Yeah, you see, like it's not doing anything. So why is this even here? I think this is legacy, like I should have removed it some time ago. Okay, interesting. So we have some legacy stuff that maybe the tile model used to do that, and then I unified it to decrease the number of objects in the hierarchy. That actually helped get the game to a much faster, to run much faster. I mean, So yeah, I feel like that's the case. So we in it, then we show. Let me zoom in a little bit for you guys. And let's close this side thing, because otherwise... Yeah, I'm still calling them cubes, because my very first version was cubes. Only cubes, and then the name stayed. Okay. So, yeah, no, I'm actually rotating it randomly, right? Yeah. And if it's not loading, and yeah, then it's spawning with animation. Spotify is bringing me to different artists, but I'm trying to play my own music, man. Okay. Try assign special name is something different, so rotation. Yeah, so it's actually in theory it's doing that. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's a 25% chance it's just gonna land in the same angle as everything else. So I think that's the issue. But it happens a lot. Really happens a lot. But yeah, what I'm noticing is I think variations of level 1 are so few and far in between that they repeat a lot. So I just want to add more factory variations here. So those models are fun. So let's add more of those. So I'll start from size 1. I want to add more size 1 precisely because I want then to make sure that we're adding more, we may be using like this stuff. And so the general idea here is, let's take a look at factories. And let's take a look at factories, like in general, like chemical, metallurgic factories. It's always good to start from real stuff before jumping into modeling and stuff. Just check out like real things to give you some ideas. And when I say ideas, I mean like not only like, you know, how they look, but you know, more detailed than that. It's like I want to see, for example, look at the pattern here. Like this is super cool. Like this pattern of, you know, like a blocking and a block out, a blocking and a block out. I really like this. So that's what I mean when looking at stuff. It's not like just looking at the general vibe. I also want to do that. And then think about the objective of this model, right? So the objective of these models is to make the player understand, okay, this is a factory of level 1. So, and I know it sounds redundant, but it's important. So it does not have to be too tall, and it has to look like a factory. And you put it in contrast with, for example, level 2, it already has some verticality, it's already taller, right? So that's what I'm trying to do. Like, those are the design goals for this factory level 1. And size 1, they're super small, so I have to keep them simple. Like, I don't like this too much. This is one of the first ones I modeled. And the reason why I don't like it is it's too complex. Like, it's super hard to read from afar because it's level 1, size 1, and it still has a lot of moving pieces. Instead, I like this a lot more because it's much easier to read. It has one big pipe, and you look it from afar, and you're like, okay, this is a factory. Same thing for this, right? Like it's very easy to read for the player. It's like, okay, this is a factory. Also this, like it has some stuff on top, and that's it. The other thing I could do is I could just pick up some of those and make some changes, just to establish a variation. So I'm thinking maybe I can pick this up and change it a little bit. I feel like the player just doesn't need to see exactly the same model over and over. But if it's similar but different, your brain is immediately going to notice. So So let's do like that. So let's create a couple of variations of, or one variation of this. So this FP1 size 1 bar 2. Okay, so let's open that. This goes to show like the unique naming convention I was mentioning before. Like if you have something unique every time. Okay, so this is our model. Wait, does this also have? No, okay, it's fine. And so what I'm thinking about is maybe we can like remove those and put something different on top. So I'm gonna call this, wait, so how many variation we have here? 4. So this has to be variation 5, right? 5. Okay. And 5, we delete those and we add something else. So let's go back to the ideas section here. What can we put on top of a factory? What can we put on top of the factory here? Yeah, I think instead if we just say metallurgic, like metal, like those are just chimneys. I like those a lot. Wait, let's take a look at this better. I like those domes a lot. Dome would be cool. It's like, okay, so maybe we can add a dome here. Will it be readable? Will it be clearly like a factory? Maybe not. So maybe we can add one small chimney, not small, but like not tall chimney. So I added a plane and now I'm turning it into a simple chimney like this, right? And you can see the shortcuts on the here on the left. Oh no, I'm covering them. Okay, so let me move myself because otherwise you won't see those. Okay, so I'm on the left now, right? So you will see the shortcuts on the left in Blender. Okay, so so we said let's add a some sort of chimney. So I'm gonna do this, right? And then I'll extrude again, and then I'll scale, and then I'll extrude again and go down this time. Okay, so we have a chimney now, and I feel like this is too tall as yeah, like this. I need it to be smaller. Maybe like this, right? So we have some sort of yeah, and okay. So like this. It's like a tank or something on top. I don't want this to be too tall because again, like we need, in terms of design goals, as I was mentioning, we want to differentiate it from level 2, which is taller. So you want the player to make sure to be sure that this is level 1 and not 2. But I feel like this is already pretty good. Like I can tell. It has some sort of tank. And then maybe I can add like one of those curved thing we were seeing before. Like I want to add one of those. So I'm gonna add another object, another plane. Let me switch back to frame. I'm gonna go right click subdivide, select those. Like this, and then like this, and then like this. Actually, thinking if I want to subdivide it again. No, I think it's fine. I just want to rotate a bit so it breaks the situation where it looks too similar. Okay, now I'll switch to solid, select all of those. See, I selected all of those. Switch to solid, extrude. And now what I want to do is I want to approximate the dome with a low poly kind of approach. So, well, actually, first thing I probably want to do like this, and then wait, no, that doesn't look like that. It just starts from here, right? Yeah, so it goes straight a bit, and then it just closes up like this, right? And then I can add another one here and make it, yeah, okay. I think that's where we want to be. Something like this, right? Yeah, I think it makes sense. We can place it like this, right? Like this feels industrial enough. I'm worried this may look like residential building. So maybe this is giving me residential vibes, right? Yeah, a little bit. Like this is better. Actually, I'm rethinking everything. I don't like this. Let's just add like one pipe again. Like I feel like the one pipe way was super simple way of showing its factory. And I saw one pipe there again. So even on the reference I have here, right? Like this pipe. So let's just add one pipe. Just going across, super simple. Like this. Right? Like this. And a lot of modifier, mirror modifier, generate mirror. Yeah. Okay, like this. And then I want to mirror it the other way. Okay. So slightly too big. Okay, like this. Okay, and so we want to this pipe to go in the ground or on the roof. Rotate and go down like this.
Hai finito di lavorare?
Jesus, I have to organize better my playlist here, guys. Like, I'm paying for freaking Spotify and I need to cancel it. I really want to cancel it.
È la tua musica con un audio
But I get all of the advertising. Okay, so like this, right? And I think we need to make this like this, so that I don't know. It looks funny, but it's like an arch more than anything. It's not even completely straight. It's fine. Like it doesn't have to be perfect. I think if it looks like rugged or anything like that, it's gonna be fine. Right? What do you think? Maybe the other one was better. Yeah, the other one was better. Let's just put the tank and call it a day. I want to crank out a bunch of those. So, oh no, I can't do that anymore. Okay, I'll just rebuild them. It wasn't taking long. Like 90% of the job basically is just brainstorming ideas, especially when it's like a level 1 size 1, like in this case, where it cannot be too complicated. So when you're making like a bigger model that it's closer to the player and you have to add more details and stuff, then it's more about modeling like a lot of different details and stuff so that the player can admire that, because you want to give them satisfaction they got to level 4, for example, right? But in this case it's more about like being able to show the player like the what they're doing, right? And so let's see, can I simplify this mesh? I'll just use this. Yeah, I think this is cool. Like this. And then I will just, yeah, like this. Oh, why didn't I do that before? This is much better. Oh, much better like this. Okay. Boom. I think this is a good variation. It shows a bunch of things. Okay, so let's consolidate this and okay, so I need a different and unique name for every material. So this is var 5, so I'm gonna have to rename all of those. Oh wait, no, let's not do that, so I can reuse the same textures as before. I'll show you what I mean in a second. but those are different. So details 5, and this as well. Details var 5, and this is tank. Okay. So this is a radius. Okay. So then I'm gonna save this, and then I'm gonna save this with unique. Why? Because what I need to do now is I need to apply all of the mirror modifiers, because Substance Painter really doesn't like the mirror modifier. Like it, super complicated for it to understand. Oh, there's a mirror and everything. Like it doesn't like it. And then I've applied the decimation with the plane. Actually, didn't simplify the mesh that much. So maybe let's give it another go. So what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to decrease the number of faces a little bit. Oh, okay. Okay, so this is actually putting them a higher number. So maybe you can delimit to normal. No. It's supposed to do a better job, I'll be honest. So it's decreasing the number of phases, and then that's okay. I'll leave it like this. 244 is not that bad. So now I want to unwrap it so that it looks nice. Then I'm gonna unwrap this as well, and maybe I can decimate this as well. It's not a huge gain, but it's probably. Whoop. Guys, so feedback for the folks there at Blender, like the remove and the apply button are super close to each other, and they're opposite in terms of what you want to do. Okay, so Smart UV project. Okay, so now I'm ready to export to FBX. That's the format I'm using, and I'm gonna export it directly into my project inside Unity. So just following the same idea where I have a unique name for everything. I also have very precise folder structure, not to run crazy. So F1, FP1 is S1. Then I want to create a new folder, and I'm gonna put all of the stuff that I need here. And this is, I'm gonna call it without unique. Okay. So now we switch to Substance Painter. So the first thing I want to do, since I'm reusing an existing project, is I just want to open the old project. Then I'm gonna rename it, resave it, and so on. So I'm gonna go like F1, FP1 S1. Oh, var5. I don't have it. Where is it? So maybe because I have everything in. Future CD, substance material should be here. Let's see. It's not. Okay, I'm just gonna recreate it then. It's fine, because basically what happened is this stuff was so much, it was occupying so much space on my computer that I had to put it on an external hard disk, like all of the details about all of the textures, etc. And I guess some of them got lost. So let's check. Okay, so the first thing I want to do, I want to bake. So I'm going to say bake mesh painting. I'm going to bake. What this does is calculating all of the like occlusion and stuff like that, so that I can then use this information to add more to add stuff to the texture. And then, okay, so for the concrete or base, I should have a smart material that I always use. Let's see, it should be here. Skid concrete or something. Yeah. And this is important because it's making this consistent. across different buildings. So I really want to do that, but it's too, dirt is too much, so I'm gonna decrease the dirt level like this. Okay, so this is the basis. Now another thing I want to do is I want to pull up my Figma, and I want to pull up my, oh, I need to log in. Let's see if maybe it's best if I don't show you that, my my password and shit. So, oh, I should not say bad words. I mean, we're 49 minutes in, so it should be fine. Yeah. So so I can turn this back on. Okay. So in Figma, I worked on all of the UI, as well as it's where I'm keeping the palette. So the idea is you really want to pick a palette of colors and stick to it. That is really, really good. Like the final result, it's amazing for your users, for your players. Like they can really tell you're sticking to the same palette. They don't know it maybe, but they can tell. And so that's what I'm trying to do. So I think that the thematic color for factory is this red. So I'll just pick a nice red for this main thing. And then actually let me add a folder and call it main. We don't need the palette to be this big. We can go like this, yeah. And so why am I using a folder? Because I can then reuse this folder across different materials if I want to. I feel like this is too saturated. Maybe like this, okay. And then I'm gonna add another layer, and this is gonna be more saturated or slightly more saturated, like and darker like this. Then I'm gonna right click and add the generator. So actually no, add black mask. This means like this color is hidden behind a black mask, and I'll add a generator to the black mask, and then I'm gonna add the dirt, right? So the result is something like this, because only the generator, so the generator is only part, you see what I'm saying? So I want to somehow create some variations in this texture so it doesn't look so bad. I also think that this part inside should emit light, so I'm gonna have to add that. But I'm trying to build this like basic thing first. Yeah, I actually prefer the dirt effect, and this is too saturated still when I'm looking at it. Yeah, I think this is better. Okay, and then also applying on top. Okay, I will need to add more, but this is basically the part that goes like beneath everything. And then I'm gonna instantiate it here, and which is the last part on top. Yeah. Oh, we didn't wrap it. So let's go back. So this part here. We didn't apply the mirror. You see the mirror looks weird. Like it, if you don't apply it, it's gonna look weird. So, okay, and then Smart UV project, and then I'm gonna save, and now I'm gonna export it again. Export it, and then here I'm gonna say project configuration. Just gonna reselect it the same. And yeah, you see that looks different. So now I need to bake it again. Let's go. So you saw what happens, like if you, while texturing, you want to update the model, this is what you need to do. You export it again, then you go edit configuration, you select the same file, you click OK, and Substance Painter is gonna select it again. By the way, I'm not sure I would use Substance Painter if I were to kick off, a project from scratch again. I'll be super honest, but right now, I have everything in my in Substance Painter now, like all of my library and stuff, and so it's really painful to change now, as you can imagine. Like after 300 models, super hard to change. Okay, so I'll add another folder, and I'll say lights, and So what I want to do is texture set settings, channels, add emissive, then you go back here. So now if you select emissive, now this is an emitting light, right? And again, like this is the thematic color, so I'm gonna use that, not exactly white. And same for the base color. And then of course I'm gonna add a black mask because I don't want everything to be, you know, light. And then I'm just gonna add it like this. But before I do that, I should add the mirroring feature here. Yeah, so I don't need to do this twice. Okay, let's go. And then like here, 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 oh, here, right? So it's happening on this side as well. It's weird though. Why didn't it? Okay. Maybe because it's mirroring and on the other side. Okay. Like this. Yeah, I didn't decimate very much, huh? Like I still see like a lot of faces that could be one face. Okay. Okay, so we added our windows, our lights. Now I think I wanna highlight some parts which are supposed to be like metal or something, like these parts. So I'm gonna create another folder and call it metal. Side of it, let's pick the metal color, pick this green, then I'll do like this. And again, you know the drill, black mask, and now we can paint. So we do have the mirroring on. Okay. Then I'm gonna add some effects to those materials as well. Huh? It's just breaking a little bit the continuity of the other color. Otherwise it looks too uninteresting. And also this is free, right? So like the texture is gonna be there no matter what. Unless you add a lot of small details that forces you to use bigger texture, it's probably not gonna be an issue to you know, to add some details like this. It's just time consuming to paint during the design process, but then it's gonna be the same for the GPUs. Looks like I added something there. Like, did I add something here? Yeah, right? It's weird. I'm just cleaning up. Okay. So, yeah, right? Like, it looks a little bit better. Like, it breaks the thing. Now it's too clear cut. I'm gonna add some dirt and stuff to kind of ease the transition between the different steps, but I think it looks better. So the only issue with one of the issues with Painter is that, you know, you see, sometimes I overrun something and I click and it doesn't really pick that, and it picks like a random face I'm not even seeing hidden behind the model. And that sucks because you think you didn't do anything, but then you turn and like you painted where you didn't want to, and that's bad. Then you need to clean it up, and you know, you don't want that. So sometimes I undo because I misclicked, but most of the time I just undo because I don't see what I've done, and a good rule of thumb is like if you didn't see it, it must be bad because it must be somewhere that you don't, somewhere else in the model you're not currently facing, but still super bad. Yeah, so this should be the last part. So I'm pressing shift and then moving my mouse, the right, I'm dragging the right button of my mouse to change the light position. Okay. Okay, okay. Okay, now let's finish this. Oh. Okay. I feel like also here we had some issues, huh? You see, that's what I was talking about. It probably picked it up when I was clicking on the other side, which sucks. And also, it's not completely mirroring correctly, maybe, right? Or maybe it is, I'm just not seeing it. Okay, so no, it missed here. Okay. All right, so let's add some effects because this is too clear cut right now. So this is also weird. So it's not, okay, it wasn't picking up those faces. Sometimes it goes up, sometimes it doesn't, it's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna duplicate, I'm gonna duplicate this. And this is getting darker. And then it's getting a black mask, and then it's getting a generator, and then the generator is getting dirt. And so trying to blend this in. Like this. And then I think the base is too saturated. So yeah, like this, it's better. Like, yeah. Oh man, those faces. Okay, so it provides some variations. So from afar you feel like there's something going on over there. And I want to add also some dirt here. So lower emissive, darker base color. By the way, let's not make the base color colored like this, okay? And then again, black mask, generator. I use the dirt generator a lot because it just blends, you know, you see? It blends stuff a little bit and it makes, it looks like it's like a occlusion culling or something. Not culling, it's like occlusion, but it's not, it's just a texture. So, okay, so now let's go to the details. So I'm gonna add this, I'm gonna add this thematic color, and more saturated like this, and then I'm gonna add some like this, and then black mask, and then I'm not gonna use dirt now. I wanna use metal edges like this. Yay. Right, so like this, and then I'm gonna use dirt on top of everything. And so like this, another black mask, another generator, dirt, right? Like super simple, but super fun. Like it looks good. And then, so I'm gonna copy paste those into this, but I want the tank to be bluish. So like this. So this is like the edge. So I'm making it like this. It's too saturated. Let's yeah. And then this is again like bluish. Less saturated like this. Yeah. So this is cool, right? It's like it gives a sense. I want to add more dirt on top of the roof. So I'm gonna go here, main. I'm gonna add another folder. I'm gonna call it roof. And so I just want to model the roof. So I'm gonna select a random color that I'm not using, and then I'm going to black mask this so that I only select the roof visually. the fuck, man? Why didn't the decimation work those things out? Like it really should have. Maybe like this. I see it decreased a bit. Right? Also, I don't see those ridges, like... It's very weird. It's a strange model I did a lot of time ago, so I guess the topology is a little bit, it's not perfect. Now I really feel like I want to start another model from scratch. So, okay, so I hope I didn't destroy all of my work up until now. It's possible though. Possible that I changed the map so much that I need to repaint everything now that I think of it. I really hope it's not the case. Man, I was almost done. This freaking variation here. Okay, let's see. Yeah, you see? A little bit. Okay, but much, much less than I was worried about it would be. So it's fine. So 1 second. So metal, clean up. Let's just clean up here. Okay. And then we clean up here. Okay, okay. Could have been much worse. Could have been much worse. Okay, so now let's go back to the roof here. Should be better, right? I can actually just paint it like this. Oh. No, like this. Yeah. Okay, so this is going to be like this, and it's gonna have its own black mask, and it's gonna be dirt. Just want this to be dirt here. Yeah. Right, just the top. Yeah, like this. Even darker, I feel like, yeah, because it's a factory, it has to be, nobody's cleaning it and stuff. Okay, okay, this makes sense. So, we're ready, so I'm gonna save this. Super important, I didn't save right now. If Substance Painter was gonna crash, I would lose everything. That's reckless of me. Okay, so this is FP1, S1, var5. I'm gonna save it. Now, I just need to export all of this stuff, then optimize it, then add it to the game, and then we'll move on to the next variation here. So I'm gonna say var5, select folder, and bit custom. I have my own setup to export, but it's not really needed. But okay, so now Unity is gonna import everything. I think it looks better than this, by the way. Okay, and then I'm gonna put it here. Oh, I need to extract the materials. So I'll extract the materials here. What this means is like it looks through the materials that are in the model, and then it creates Unity materials. And then I just need to map those. So this is how it, oh, super bad. Okay. That roof. I didn't like that roof. Had some issues, huh? I think the, let's see. So normals recalculate outside, and then Smart TV project. Let's see if this is enough to fix it. Otherwise, I feel like I may just add another plane. They're gonna bake it anyway. It didn't change anything. Okay, so let's, I think those need to be flipped. So I'm gonna go mesh, normals, flip. Okay, so I did some manual flipping over there. Okay, and now I'll flip them again. Mesh, normals, flip. Let's see. Otherwise I'll just add it. The topology of my first models was very bad, so can I... Thinking. Can I remove faces? Only faces, like this. Yeah, and then I'm gonna add another plane. This is the quick fix stuff. And, you know, okay, I'm adding a face, not really, like, I actually removed a bunch of those. I think that's why the decimation didn't work, because the thing was bad. The topology was bad. And then, okay, so this is, I don't know how the original model actually survived this. I'm gonna call it roof. I'm gonna save, I'm gonna export it. Okay, and then I need to go back here in the project configuration, just load it again. All right, and then thank God I already have a roof thingy here. So I feel like I just need to instantiate it and instantiate it in roof. It's not showing up, why? It's not perfect, by the way, I need to adjust it. Why? Okay, let's see. It's not a perfect square, so maybe it doesn't like the fact that it's not that it's just a plane. It's not. It's a 2D object, so I'm gonna scale it a little bit. No, like this, and I'm gonna go like the Smart TV project. And hopefully the topology of this is not wrong, because it's just a cube. Okay, and then I'm gonna go project configure. Oh, I didn't bake it. Maybe that's why. But still, it should show up, right? Like this roof instance should somehow. Okay, let's bake first, but strange. Like it should show. Ah, but it's only. No, it's right, because it's only dirt. Like there's no base color. Because the base color was another part of the material. Okay, that made sense. That's why it wasn't showing up. It's fine. I'm gonna. Well. Oh, now I removed it, so it makes sense. So I'm just gonna instantiate this. I'm gonna call it roof, and then this is main. So like this, right? I feel like I wanna copy it, because okay, it's called roof, but I need to change it based on this specific mesh. So yeah, like this. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna save it again and then export it again, and then we'll bake it. Okay, I added one more mesh, but so Steve says, hey, I'm also solo dev. Are you working on assets for a project of yours? Yes. So those are the assets for Skid Cities, which is a Cyberpunk city builder game I'm working on. And so I'm trying to show also the process of like creating the art and then optimizing it for Unity. So that's the idea here. Happy to like give you more colors or detail. So you're also solo dev, huh? So what's your project? So what I'm gonna do now is I'm assigning. Oh yeah, you like Cyberpunk? It's cool, right? Um, it's been quite a while I've been working on this, and I'm super excited to actually complete it someday. But you know how it is. Um, it needs a lot of love. So what's your project? Tell me more. I'm curious. So you see now I'm just adjusting I'm just assigning the different materials to the right textures to the right materials. So uh, basically using just albedo. I'm not using like other like occlusion stuff. I think I need to extract again because I added a material, right? Yeah, okay. So like this and then like this, right? This is everything I need. Okay, so I'm ready to bake, so I'm gonna add the bake stuff. So texture baker and like this. So why am I baking stuff? Because Unity really doesn't like when it has to draw multiple materials. Basically every material is a different draw call, and so it adds up quick, especially in a game like this where you are adding maybe hundreds of buildings, right? And so what I'm doing is I'm gonna bake all of those different materials that were really useful when I'm modeling stuff into one material for Unity, so that when Unity loads it, it sees that as one material, one mesh, one material, instead of multiple stuff. And so this is what this script does. Yeah. I'm working on changing the way people consume content. What I'm working on is a tabletop hologram of a variety of popular games. Super cool. It's giving people the ability to spec the game worlds. Gameplays, hologram, and tabletops using AR glasses such as X-Real glasses. Super, super interesting. Oh, you should talk to my friend Alessandro. I sometimes play with him on this channel. Actually, I'll ping him later. And he's also been working on like a tabletop that you can play, like a Steam game that it's a tabletop actually. Super, super interesting. So imagine going to a sport bar and watching your football team play their game on both table as a third hologram, as a 3D hologram. But so like you can actually project it in like, so you put the glasses on and you see it in 3D. It sounds sick. So yeah, so I'm gonna create a variation here. I'm just gonna pick the base thing here. Delete this. Basic. So I'm using this free prefab as a basic for my stuff, because now I'm creating the final version here. Okay, so this is the baked, like this, right? And then, so this is the final material. So I'm setting up GPU instancing, I'm removing this, and I'm activating emission. Yeah, right, so it looks fine. It looks super cool. It looks very cool. And like, how are you, like, which type of AR glasses? Like, does it work with different types? Do you need the specific one, or? Yeah, tell me more about that. It's super cool. I've been dabbling around like VR as well before starting this out. Okay, so this is actually a 1x1, right? So it's smaller, and this is called, oh, this is called FB1S1/5. So this is the actual mesh. This I can delete. This. So I need to copy this component, and I'm gonna bring it to this level. Pass this new. Okay. And then this is lot 1. So basically LOD means level of detail. So you can use different meshes if the camera is super far, so that it's better computationally. But in this case, the mesh is so simple, I'm not gonna do that. But I still keep it so that if it zooms super far away, then it doesn't show up. Oh wait, I need to call it LUDs. LUDs like this. Well, but like it's super cool. Like, do you have videos of how this works, Steezy? Like, I'd be curious to look at it even now. Like, if you send me a video, the current build plan works with any XR device, so super cool. Quest headset, the Oculus Team, very cool. Any glasses that have AR, VR, via browser. Via browser, so you don't need to install anything. That's sick, man. Super cool. If you send me like a video, we're gonna watch it together here in the channel so we can check it out. I'm super curious, and I think doing stuff solo dev is super fun, but we need to stick together, man. It's a harsh word out there. So, yeah, I'm kidding. It's not a harsh word, but send me the stuff. I'm eager to see it. Yeah. So you see, like, I think this feels different than this, right? So like, if you see it, it's like, okay, those are different. So. Okay, cool. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to add one more. So let me add it to my list here. So this is a scriptable object that I use to kind of keep track of the models, so that when I spawn them, they're picked from here. So I'm going to create another one. So let's start a new one here. I'm gonna delete this default. I'm gonna switch to layout. I'm gonna go on top, Shift A, add a mesh. So actually this has to be half of it, right? Because we're making a level 1. Sorry, size 1. So size 1 is basically like this. So this is how much it should be big. It's should be. So let's brainstorm which type of factory we want to do. Let's make it like a meat processing plant. So let's look for references. Oh, it's been quiet for a while. Okay, so meat processing plant. Let's check how they look outside. I want to see it outside. Yeah. So, okay. So they have some silos. That's definitely not how they look like. Yeah, I think that's what they look like, right? Look at this. Like, this is super evil. This is super freaking evil. It's low resolution picture, but I like it. Like, I think the idea of having like some sort of gate around it, so you can't get into it, and then it looks evil. Like this, right? Like there's some sort of gate around it, because you need like to bring big cows or something like that. Livestock contractor and entrance. Yeah, like look how evil this is. I like this. Right? Let's make something like this. Holographic gameplay replay. The first beta is my early stage prototype for a live replay of Gary's mod server. Oh, Gary's mod server. This is very cool. Next game I'm working on is Rocket League, then I'm going to League of Legends. That's very cool. So I'll finish this model, then or at least start this model now that I'm inspired by this picture, and then we're gonna check that out, man. It's super interesting. Yeah, it's brutalism, but it's brutalism in like its most raw form. So it doesn't even try to hide like that, you know, how uncomfortable people should be just by looking at it. Like they don't care, right? Like look at this. This is also super interesting. Welcome to Tyson Waterloo, a cut above the rest. Like look, man, this is Cyberpunk already. Like it doesn't need anything more in this. Jesus, yeah. Okay. So let's make this. And again, like here, the challenge is making something that it's readable for the user, even though it's so small, and that kind of makes the point that this is a factory. So we want to make sure we're not missing the mark on that. So I'm gonna try to put like I really like the idea of the gate or the walls around it. So I'm gonna how can we make walls? I think one fast way would be we remove only faces and then I extrude and then extrude like this, right? Let me hide this so I can check. Right? Yeah. Okay. So I think this is one way. Oh, no. Just want to select this. Yeah. So this is one way of doing the walls, right? Like this. And I don't want this to be a perfect square, so I'm gonna tweak it a bit to make it off center and stuff like that, because you don't know it, but your eyes immediately catch if there's something slightly off center or slightly like not squarish. And I don't want my city to look squarish. That's one of the issues I have right now with Skid City. So, oh yeah, there's no key presses anymore. Why? You're right. Let's see. So thank you for noticing that, man. Okay, so what was the name? Like screencast keys. I think when I started a new one, it didn't. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's still not showing up. Man, okay, I'm gonna save this so I can reload. I can reload Blender. So this is gonna be F1 var 6, right? Okay, so I'm gonna restart Blender. Let's see if now it works. Thank you for noticing that. Yeah, exactly. Like it's crazy, like how your brain can notice symmetry or not. Okay. Like it immediately. Oh, okay. Now they appear again. I think that just crashed on me. Thank you, man. Yeah. So like, your brain is really, really trained well in like figuring out symmetries and things that are equal to each other and stuff like that. So, so if you do that, then and it's a feature, not a bug for your brain, but it's also like not the best when you're trying to add some variation, right? So, okay, so now what I want to do is I want to add some cuts to make the entrance. And the entrance has to be fairly tight. Okay. Like this, and then I'm gonna move this way, right? And then I'm just gonna, let's see if I can just I'll do like this, and then I'll just bring one face down. I don't want to like delete a piece. Just gonna bring this down like this. Yeah. Right? So we have one entrance. Let's go back to the reference. Right, and so they have the silos, the stuff, so I'm just gonna add like an evil looking farm. That's kind of what I'm trying to do, right? Like this. Okay, and then like this, and then like this, and okay. Right? Something like this. Thinking whether to make it more. So like, why is this evil? Because the roof is evil. Like, yeah, this is not evil. Like this roof is not evil. Yeah, I think I just need to do like this. Like this, yeah. Too much. Like this, okay. And maybe you can bring this out a bit. Like this, right? Okay. And then, like, let's add some sort of You want to add a cylinder? Something like this? Yeah, I mean, Blender is super fun, man. Like, I think to do this kind of things, I'm not very good at it. Like you see, I'm not a full-time artist. Like, of course, there's people who are really, really professional about it, but still, it's super approachable. I feel like, and you know, then being fast is just a matter of like getting used to it, kind of thing. And I feel like as long as you have something that you want to get done, you're gonna learn it very fast. Okay. So I don't know why I'm not super satisfied with it. Like, doesn't look evil enough. It doesn't look like a meat processing plant. I feel like the other reason why that looked evil was that we had a lot of those. So maybe I can just add more of those and just make them not as tall. Because again, like this has to be a level 1, so nothing can be tall. So yeah, so maybe like this, and maybe something like this. Yeah. Just super simple like this, and then we call it the meat processing plant or something. Right? Like, I think, like this. The fact that it's a cube, I'm not really excited about that. Maybe you can variate this a bit. But yeah. Let's see, maybe you can... Yeah, like this. Okay. Yeah, I think this is pretty evil now. I don't know why, but it's kind of vibe, right? So like it has a detail, it has something, but it's like it's ongoing. Right? It's pretty simple. Like this, more space. Okay, I really want to complete this because I'm super curious about watching your video. So let's do that.
Ah, finalmente. Spiaggia, sole, musica.
Freaking people. I don't know if I logged in with the wrong account and this is actually not my paid one. I guess I made that mistake. Okay, so F1 is 1 var 6. This part we're gonna copy. This is the base. And then this is the walls. And then detail. Detail 2. Detail 3. The other thing I learned is like, just go with it. Like go crash it, get to something done as fast as possible. Because players, like if you overwork something, it's not necessarily a good thing. Like players will not spend a lot of time like checking this specific model. There's like more than 300 models inside Skate Cities anyway, right? And so if you over-engineer it, it's gonna look so complicated to look at that it's actually just gonna be confusing for the users. Okay, so wait, but I didn't unwrap it. It's important to unwrap stuff because otherwise it's gonna look weird when you bake it. Okay. So let's save it again. Let's export and save it again. since I didn't use like any generator or anything, I don't need to do that. You could obfuscate the fact that it's a cube by covering adding a couple of pipes conveyors from silos to this. Yeah, exactly. Like I could add more stuff. But I'm worried that the pipes are going to look too small because this model is very small. Like inside the game, it's going to look like a small thing, and I'm worried if I add more details, it's just going to get the whole thing is just going to get hard to judge from a distance, and I don't want that. So I'll try to see how it looks before I add more stuff. If that makes sense, and then see, because that's exactly the kind of thing. Yeah, thank you. But it's just again, like I designed and modeled more than 3 other models up until now, so it's just muscle memory. So that's why it doesn't take much time now. But the first ones were taking me a lot. Like if you check out my YouTube channel, you can see the how can I say, the time lapses when I was building the bigger ones, and it's gonna take forever. Which I'm not regretting it. I'm just saying. The video of my prototype is very early stages. Yeah, sure. I mean, you're a bonk developer. Don't worry, man. I feel you, and I think you putting it out, even though it's super early, that's what you have to do. Like, it's great. At first, I was a little bit worried about putting stuff out too soon and stuff like that. It's never too soon. That's what I found out. It's fine. Like as long as you're very clear, like this is like you're being right now, like hey, this is the first version or whatever, people will be completely excited about it. I don't want to use green here though. Right? Wait. So what I'm trying to do, you see what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to differentiate between what's inside and what's outside of this, while at the same time using one mesh. So I'm painting, right? So, but I don't want this to be this green, of course. I'm just probably gonna use, okay, the thematic color of the factories is this, so I'll probably just use, yeah, like blood, right? Okay, and then I'm gonna add another one, black mask, generator, dirt. Then I'm gonna select this, I'm gonna pick again this red one, darker, it's too dirt, too much dirt. Let's see, it's not so, okay, where is it, dirt, okay, and then let's put this in the walls as well, so I have some contrast. Right? Like this. Okay, and then also I want it on the detail. I should probably, no, let's do something. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna copy paste because I want to tweak the level of dirt depending on the model. Right, so like this. This is fine. This is fine. Okay, so now we change the gray boxes. So the walls, I want to add this, and I'm gonna make them this color here, just less saturated, like this. Yeah. I know it looks funny now because it's, thinking why do you make the walls like pink, but actually it makes sense. Like inside the game, it makes sense. Yeah, exactly. Bloodstained a bit, right? It's like it's the and then the main it's this one, right? Yeah. So this is gonna have a different color than the other twos. So the other twos, I just want to make them blue again. Like they give you this vibe of like tanks. So like this. right? And then I want to make them metal, so I'm just gonna add another one. I'll make it like this, and then black mask for this guy as well, and then generator, and then metal edges. Okay. No, I don't like it because it should only be less contrasty. Like, yeah, like this subtle detail, but it breaks the fact that it was one unique color. So even from afar, you can tell there's something going on, right? Okay, so same for the other detail. Like this. Okay, let me actually, I want to decrease these, I want to, yeah, like this. And then maybe I want to have, like in front of this, I want to add a door. So I'm gonna go texture settings, I'm gonna add this, emissive, I'm gonna switch back here, I'm gonna add this, and this is gonna be emissive. Emissive means basically it's not like the light is not gonna be affected by light. Which means it looks like if it's emitting light. Does that make sense? So, thank you, man. I'm happy you like it. I'm gonna add some graffiti later on this one so I can show you. So, okay, so I think we're gonna add some entrances here, like this, right? And maybe you can add another detail, which is like under the dirt, like some more blood stains going out. So like this, and then we change. Let's take a nice brush, yeah, like this, like. I can't see it because I'm on the wrong model. This has to go on the base. Okay, so yeah, it's too much. Let me decrease. It has to be solid. Okay. Oh, it also needs to be under the dirt. Yeah. Okay. Like this, right? Like, yeah. It's grim. It's grim. It's Skid Cities, man. Right? It's like this. Maybe you can. Is it worse if it's dark or if it's like this? Like this, maybe. Yeah. There's no need to be too subtle about it. Oh yeah. Oh man, I'm curious to see your stuff. Can I check it out somewhere? Or, you're a graffiti artist. Would be super cool. Okay, so I'm gonna make the last one here, like the last big building here. So I want this to be also blue, right? Like, and I also want to have walls where the entrance is. Yeah. Right. Okay. But I also this needs emissive. Okay. Right. So. Wait. Actually, this is a good point. I want to add some base color like this, and like this, like yeah, right. more subtle and less saturated. Okay, and then I want an entrance here as well. Something like this, right? I feel like this main thing is too bright. Okay. Okay. I think this looks good. It's off center a bit, it's strange. I like it a lot actually. It's a nice variation. Okay, so I'm gonna save it. Oh gosh, I didn't save it yet. I need to stop doing that. I need to stop doing that because, Jesus, like every time this crashes, I lose a lot of work. Oh, did not take any pictures of your graffiti. Oh, dang. Oh, let's actually add them here. So let me show you. So go on the walls, let a folder, and then so let's see if I remember how I did it. It's like this, this. It's not showing up. Ah, I need to put it here. Okay. Okay, so let's pick even brighter color like this. Then I'm gonna add a black mask, and then I have some graffitis here. So like this. Right? Let's pick something else. Yeah, like it's funny. I also have some tags, just yeah, like this, right? Just tags. I think they add a nice touch to the game. Clear mask, so I can like layer some graffiti on top of each other, like this, right? Like this. Isn't it cool? Like it gives you this vibe that like the city is alive, just because there's a graffiti somewhere, right? So like this. It's super fun. And then here, let's add some more here. And then like this. I think just I need to layer graffitis more, because I think the layering of them, like one on top of each other, like everybody writing on top of each other and stuff like that, is what's it's really bringing it home, I feel like. Right? Like you have this feeling of like chaos and stuff like that. Clear mask. I mean, you understand the process right now, by now, no? Okay, so like this, right? Like this is a mess. Like the lonely graffiti, the one that it's like on top of each other, like this. Like the like this. Yeah, this looks very cool. Okay, okay. I think we're good. Maybe a higher level of dirt on this wall. Yeah, like this. So they're also a little bit dirty, like they're not super clear cut. Okay, very cool. So we added some graffiti to this. It would also be cool actually now I'm addicted to it. I want to add graffitis also here inside. I don't remember this graffiti. What the fuck is this? So this is detail 3, right? Yeah. Okay, so no. Okay. So I'm gonna bring it here. And then I'm gonna. Yeah, no. This. Let me pick a different one. Okay. So where is my painting? Okay. Occupy. Yeah, you cannot really read it. Right? Yeah. Also, let's pick this one. Brush. What about this? It's very cool. It's almost too clear, right? So I feel like this has to be, yeah, more saturated. Like, yeah, this looks a lot better. It blends a lot more. Okay, let's also change the other one. You see, like, that's the issue. Like, that's the issue. That's what happens. Like, you say I'm done, and then it's like, oh, but what about this? What about that? And all of a sudden, like, you're brought into like small details like that. But usually people notice that, don't notice them. Like, I have to say, like, it's usually, like, I talk to a lot of folks that actually messaged me back, and they were like, oh, I noticed you put some, I don't know, like some clothing to dry out in between the skyscrapers, and I spent like maybe 20 minutes just putting the cloth, to dry out in between skyscrapers, and then player was live streaming, and he spent like 10 minutes looking at them, and so I was like, okay, it was worth it. Cool. And then I want to check your stuff, man. Super excited about that. Okay, so extract materials. Let's check this out. The mesh looks good. So let's color it. Boom. Boom. No. No, I skipped one. That 3. Where that 2. So this is like this one. Yeah. Okay. So this one, emission like this. Okay, so this is the one. Don't know why they're not putting them in the right order. Okay, that 3. No, you see? So this is that base. That 3 emissions. Where is that 3? Here. Okay. I should have written like a script to match those. Like, I don't know why there's no such thing. I have to do this by hand every time, which sucks. Okay. Okay, I think we're good to go, right? Like this is it. So let's bake this. So texture baker, gonna bring the stuff there, create asset, and then this is FB1S1 word 6 assets. Save, and this can be, oh, it's fine. And then mesh baker, bake into prefab, same thing. 6 baked. Okay, let's bake. In the meantime, let's check out your thing. So you mentioned like, wait, so it's on YouTube. You wrote it before. It's on YouTube. Holographic gameplay replay. Holographic gameplay replay. Holographic gameplay replay. Is this one? 6 years ago? No. Aquatic like hologram. Holographic gameplay replay. Press to play or Ramon Duarte or holographic gameplay replay. Gaming with tabletop holograms. Maybe it's this one, huh? Yeah, please link it. I will check it out. In the meantime, let's bake this model. Okay, so let's check out the baked model. So I'm gonna save this as a prefab, just so if I need to iterate on it, I have it. And then this is the final result. Looks good. By the way, I need not to forget that I should assign a special name to this building. I will do that. Okay, so thinking, what else do I need to do? I need to create it. So it's fine. So I'm gonna go basic. Basic, and then I'm gonna unpack it. Oh, okay, nice. So let's go. So YouTube. I'm gonna retype because it takes me less time. Like this. Z27 minus GXK. Did I make a mistake? ZZ7. I made a mistake. This is what happens when you type YouTube videos directly in the body. Okay, we also got some audio here. Whoa, okay. So this is in VR, huh? Ah, I see. So you're like moving this stuff around. Wait, so it's a city. It's very cool. Oh my god, okay. So and those are like you and a friend of yours, like Godzilla and Corpeolfus, right? Nice. The Twin Towers are scaring me a bit, man. Especially in terms of like bands and stuff. But it's very cool. So it rotates like, is it you rotating like the tabletop with your controls? Tagging a parkour mode. It's a replay of a game. Okay, very cool. Very cool. I like it a lot. So if I can give you a suggestion, just upload it with your commentary, like just explaining what you're doing, like a devlog or something. I would watch it a lot, because getting into like why you're doing this and how you're doing this, it would be super cool. Just you just watch the video again and you just talk over it and you explain that. That would be sick. Because I really like CD visualizations, as you can guess, and so just by looking at this, I have a lot of ideas and stuff. But I'd be super curious to hear, your thoughts and what you're actually doing here. So this is very cool. Is the table rotating because it's you with the controls rotating it, or it's like just continuously doing that to give you some depth? No, why? Just get over it, mate. Like, who cares? Just I'd be super curious to hear you talk about this. It would be super cool. I really like it. Thank you for sharing. Keep them coming. There's another one here. Is this from you as well? Yeah? Oh no. Okay, okay. Next time. Volt flow. Very cool. Yeah. I mean, this it looks very good. Like I'm super curious to learn more. How you see that and everything like that. Okay, so back to work. FP1 var 6 var 6, and then I need to import the baked mesh. Here we go. And I'm gonna unpack it completely as well. I'm gonna bring it here. And so this can be deleted. This can be copied and deleted. Like this, and I'm gonna delete this, and I'm gonna select this, bring it here. All of this stuff, it's super standard, so I'm not gonna comment on it, but if you're curious, I can talk more about it. Huh? Okay, so then it cools. All right, great. So I should call this LODs, because that's my internal naming convention. Then I'm just gonna bring it here. Okay, so now we have 6 variations of level 1. It's pretty cool. Let's add it to the catalog of models here. Like this, like this. I'm gonna bring it here. Nice. Okay, so we got this. We added 2 variations on the factory pool level, level 1. As a lazy Susan rotation, just continues to add something more than just static scene. Yeah, okay, I see it. Yeah, no, I like the idea of it continuously rotating. I guess I'll get to work on adding commentary in my next showcase. Yeah, I mean, let me show you an example. So basically, what I was doing when I was at your stage was just doing something like this.
Quando hai un'azienda o una partita IVA,
let's wait a second for this freaking ad to move on. Okay, so I was just doing something like this. So I was taking a screencast of episode of my dev blog about taking a screencast of me working, and you can do that with OBS. So you're not live streaming, right? You're just taking a screencast. So you set up OBS to just recording mode, and then you don't talk when you're working. You just record the screencast with no audio from your microphone, and you just save it as MKW, MKV. So I was just doing that, and then I put together like the most interesting parts, and then I would play it and comment it, and then I would put together the audio, my commentary, and the screencast. And you know, that's how I built at the start of the community of Skid Cities, which is super small, but still, you know, it's a community, like 200 people in the Discord and stuff like that, right? Like it's, and I got out of my comfort zone a little bit. I was very nervous at first, but since I was recording it, how bad can it get, right? So, and I think it would be super interesting to see your process when you're building this stuff, because it's super interesting to think, okay, I'm looking at a VR thingy, and I don't know, like, how it looks, and when you're building it and stuff like that. So, just a suggestion, but it was very helpful for me at the beginning 5 years ago. Now, I don't have time to do this anymore, unfortunately. And also the development is at the stage where, I'm not like building big systems that you can talk about it, right? So I'm more at the stage where I need to optimize and bug fix and add more art. So I think Twitch it's better for this particular stage. But, it's been fun. It's all about the journey. Cool. So I'm inspired. I want to add another couple of those. So let's go back. So those were factories. let's so commercial pool level 1, we just have 2, so those are not a lot. I should add more, especially if I want to add this thing where they sometimes switch to level size 1. So I should probably do that. There's 2 of level size 1, level 2 as well. So yeah, I don't know if I want. Let me actually try to write the code to do that. So I'm gonna commit my changes here. I thought I added like all of this stuff to git large files, and I did because it didn't take a lot to change them. So I'm using git, right? So okay, so I need to remember where in the code this is. I'm gonna do a small section on code and then go back to art. So I would also at a certain point like to have music back. Where is my music? Here. I think I'm not with my main account, that's why. Okay, so I'm thinking, I think I need to find a spot where I unify the buildings. I think it's probably in game manager. Let's see, maybe it's I don't know why it's not. Okay, that was very similar to my stuff, but it was not. Okay, so max dev levels. Maybe it's here. Maybe it's here. Maybe it's here. To everyone joining, you just entered after a long session of art. I'm checking my code real quick. So if you want me to switch to art instead of code, just say that in the chat. I can switch. We just modeled like this, which is like a meat processing facility. Oh, I need to add a name for this. Let me actually do that. So I have a system where you can add specific names to specific models. So let me actually do that, because I really want players to say, what's this? And it's like a meat processing facility. So it's number 6, so variation 6, so I need to remember where I'm placing those names. I think it's like this, right? Yeah. Bien, exactly. Bien factory pour, exactly, like this. Factory pour 1, like this. Okay. Bien factory pour 1, 7, and this is gonna be like meat processing plant. And so Bien factory pour 1, 7. No, but this is Bien factory pour 6, 1. Sorry, I'll explain what I mean with this, but I just want to make sure I'm not making a mistake. Like this. Okay. And then I need to put this string here. Okay, so now it's gonna have this name. Let's check this out in game. Actually, I should do that before I move on to anything else. So we can check it out in the Unity game. Steezy, I really like what you're doing, mate. Like, I'd be super curious to string together once and you show me what you're doing with. Is that in Unity what you were showing before, also, or in Unreal? That would be interesting to know, because I try to use Unreal, but you know, I'm more used to Unity now. But I think in terms of performance, it's probably best to switch. So let's see how this looks. Let's maximize it. So higher resolution like this. Okay. And then, so basically the first thing we need is water, so I need to put water in this. Ah, okay. Let me actually restart, because if you change resolution in game like this, you're not supposed to do that. You can only do that in Unity. And so, okay, I'll do it like this. WebXR. Oh, okay, super cool. So use WebXR. I never used WebXR. So it's running in the browser. Ah, very cool. I love that. Okay, so I'm doing this, I'm doing this. So basically, okay, I want to see how this looks. So I'm gonna try to create a lot of like level ones in terms of factories. So we'll see how they look. Okay, Unity's crashing on me, so I hope it, okay, got back. Like this. Okay. So now it should populate this first, and then it's gonna move on to those. Yeah, entirely in the browser, very cool. Super cool. Yeah. So you don't need to install anything and stuff like that, so I'm curious. Okay, so now we have some people. Let's see our new factories of level 1 size 1. So just did one row of sizes 1, so hopefully, you know, it's random, but okay, so this is the new one. I like it. One of the new ones. So, you know, you can tell it's the same, it's similar, but it's different. So I think I'm accomplishing the goal there of giving some variation. Also the colors are different. But I don't see the very, very new latest one. Oh, okay, here we go. TBD. So yeah, I did some mistake there. It didn't load the custom name. TBD. So this is how it looks. I think it's fine. Like, I think it's definitely a factory, and it's not so tall. So we're doing that. And it's not so evil as I was hoping it would be, but still pretty evil. But yeah, it's BN factory per 6. It didn't. I should not write BN. Okay. So let's fix that. I would really like to see. I see. Very cool. So. Like this. Okay. Maybe Factory 6 is not the best name because it looks like, yeah, I need to change it. Thank you, mate. I'm very happy you like it. I'm actually still not happy with like how the background looks and the lightning and stuff like that. So I'm super happy, and it means a lot you say you actually like it. I went through a lot of phases with this design, like it's crazy. Like at first I didn't follow any palette, and that was bad. But then when I realized, because I was eyeballing the palette, which is not something you're supposed to do, at least not with my skill level of design. So when I realized that, I already modeled like 200-ish models, so I had to redo all of the textures for each one of them. It's brutal. It was brutal, but you know, I did it, and now it looks better. I have to say, it looks much more how can I say, consistent. So at first, so otherwise it was look quirky. Oh, come on. Super unlucky, only one. Okay, meat processing plant. So now it works, right? So now you can tell, like, Heiko Steel meat processing plant. Okay, I like it. I don't like this model a lot, to be honest. But okay, it looks out of scale. Now we have a lot of those though. Okay, so I want to try to see if I can. You want to play this on the tabletop? Yeah, because like, right? That's how it looks. Yes, I'm gonna call it factory meat processing. And I'm gonna change it over there. It's just, I think it's better. It's a better name. Yeah. Okay, cool. So what do I want to do right now? Should I do code? Should I do art? What do you say, Steve? Steezy. What are you curious about? Code or art? You name it, you name it. No pressure, no pressure. So merge or nearby buildings, yeah. So I'm thinking so this is merging. Yeah. Okay. If you're here for the vibes, do what you need. I will check it out. I'm curious to see what happens if I merge. If I change this, merge nearby buildings. So what this is doing is it's looking for buildings that have the same size, and then it's trying to merge them, starting from one building. So it's repeating it, right? So what I'm thinking about doing is I can blacklist some of them at random, and once they're blacklisted, they're excluded from this, so they never merge. So let's try. So I'm gonna add a new field here. Yeah, right? Because this is happening. It's happening here, right? I'm not sure if it's inside here or inside the job. It's here. Okay. So then it makes sense. So then I just need to decide. Okay, I'll just add it at the end of all the variables. So I'm gonna call it private, and this is a list of string, and this is like do disallow list, not blacklist, it's better. Disallow list from merging building, from merge buildings. And it's a new, I don't know why this guy's it's like it's just disallowed list from merge building, disallowed list. Yeah, okay. And so this is a list of building IDs that should not merge. Okay, and then basically in buildings IDs, when we do this, let's see. Exactly, if game manager contains this, you skip it, and then we should change, because I check if nearby tile, etc. all of this. So this is inside tile utils. Tile utils, check if nearby tiles, etc. Check if nearby tiles, etc. Then yeah, and then yeah. This is correct. This is correct. Okay, so then what is the probability we wanna add there? So basically, I'm thinking, when do we add this probability actually? Because at random, let's say 20% of the time they can't merge. So I think we need another list maybe. We need another list of the ones we already rolled the dice for. Let's do that. I mean, I hope lists are cheap. Buildings that were checked whether to disallow them to merge. Okay. When do we check this? Well, we check it here. If it's false, then float probability is 0.3. So bool is to be added to skip. Yeah. And continue. Oh no, like this. Yeah, like this. Okay, so the code is changed. Let's see if it the code is changed. Let's see if it compiles. If it compiles, I'd be happy, but it's probably not. Did I put it on private? No, they should be public because they're accessed by other folks. So, but then I want to hide it in the inspector, like this and like this, because I don't want to see those in the Unity inspector. Okay, cool. So let's see how this looks. Actually, let me load a big city to kind of get the vibe. So I'm curious to see if this how this looks. Like, I had a 30% probability of some buildings never merging. That's the idea. So I'm gonna load this big city of mine and see how it looks. Let's see. The loading times is killing me. I was trying to decrease it, but super hard because of Unity limitations, unfortunately. I already talked about this in the last live stream. It sucked, but yeah. So we'll see. It's gonna be fun, but you know, it's gonna take a while for it to switch. You see, it looks like it's stuck, but it's not stuck. At least I don't think so. I think what's happening is that sometimes, I don't know why, Unity doesn't like to load another scene, and so it gets stuck in switching from one scene to the other. There's not really something I can do about it. So while Unity is loading, I will start a new model here. So what should I model? I think we're talking about modeling another small commercial poor. So I'm gonna do that. So I need to go 0.5 and 0.5. Oh no, wait, 0.5 here. Okay. And which type of thing do we want to do? So I think it would be cool to have some sort of like fast food or street food thingy. So maybe you can just add like just a cart, right? I think that would be fun. So like everything else, it's a building, but this is just a cart, like a street food cart of some sort. I didn't put food trucks yet, so Right, so I think this would be fun. Like this, and like this.
Ti piace il brano che stai ascoltando?
This
Beh,
freaking...
può suonare ancora meglio.
And yeah, so maybe we can, wait, I want to bring everything up a bit. This, I'll add something here, okay, and then I'll bring this up. Okay, so this is our food truck, right? And then we need something on the side here, and then we're good to go. Let's see if Unity loaded. No, but we're making progress. Okay. Okay. So food truck, we want to have a window on the side, right? Maybe you can, it's too far from the ground. How can people reach it? Okay, like this. I don't want to add wheels, because in the Skid Cities world, you have flying cars finally, so why should you have wheels? So, but I just want to, okay, like this, and then like this, right? So that's it. That's our food cart. I don't think we need more details than that. Maybe we can add an umbrella or something in front of it. So I'll just add an umbrella, like a big umbrella, right? Let me subdivide this, and we like this, right? And then we go like this and like this, like yeah, right? Like this, like this, like this. Just an umbrella, because it's a scorching hot, right? And so the guys just put some sort of umbrella on top of this, because I don't want to put like a big, something bigger than this, because it would hide. Wait, it's too big. Okay, it would hide the what we're trying to do here. If I put a cover that it's bigger, but I think something like this. It's very cool. It's like it's a mom and shop food truck. Okay, this loaded. So let's check this out. Looks like it didn't work, I'll be honest, because I don't see a lot of, let's see, I don't see a lot of difference here. Like those are one because they couldn't merge with others, right? But this is gonna apply only to new buildings. Okay, so let's actually build more. Let's actually build more. So we can build on this level, right? I'll build on this level. So I'm testing, to the folks who just joined, I'm testing a new system where I don't merge the buildings as much, because right now, every time you build, if you put 4 squares close to each other like this, they're gonna become one bigger building, which is cool, but I'm doing that all of the time, like with no exceptions, and I don't think it's very cool, because it creates a city that's very similar to itself. So I just coded a different way to approach this, which is it's gonna do that a random, but not always. I'm looking if there's errors here. But actually no. But it's not merging, so actually this, yeah, this didn't merge neither. Okay, so maybe I was too too serious about this. But it's not throwing error neither. Interesting. So it's a cool setup. It's a cool test. Oh, okay. Let's see. So this is populating, but it's not merging any of them. Okay. So that's an issue. No, actually it did merge. Oh no, it's working. How many emotions? It did merge some of them. So this is bigger. Okay, very cool. I was super worried it wasn't gonna work out. So I have enough demand, so those should populate. Right? Yeah, no, it's doing that. So Stacy said, optimizing loading time is an issue for me, low-key. Yeah, loading times are super hard to optimize. And I wish Unity wasn't so bad with it. Yeah, okay. This is actually working. Nice. Was my first shot at it. I don't know if 30% is a good enough rate. I feel like it is. Like the city looks a lot more varied like this. Right? Because those 4, they would have been 1, and so they would have been the same as this. But like this, I think it's very, let's see, on nighttime. Yeah, right? Like it looks better. I wanna have the residentials also improve so that we can appreciate more, because the slums are all the same. So I'll just quickly build some stuff to have the slums develop a bit. And also let's check how it looks with commercial. Because if I want to do this means I need to a lot more size 1s. Yeah, so the first thing it does is just goes like this, and then it deletes some of them and it merges them, which is fine for me. Like, I'm down for that. But you see, since I don't have a lot of variations of commercial, poor commercial 1, it's yeah, it's not looking very well, very good, because they're too similar to each other. Yeah, okay. So it upgraded first the bigger ones. Ah, that makes sense. I didn't think about that. But the simulation knows it's bigger, and so interesting. Yeah, the bigger ones are producing more jobs and stuff, and so they're upgrading first. Okay. I didn't see that as a byproduct of this. It's actually cool, no? What do you think? It's cool that the bigger ones are you know, having more success first. Let me see if I introduced, like, if I put a plaza, everything should upgrade. Yeah, okay, so also the smaller ones. Let's see, otherwise we have a bug, so that would be an issue. If size ones never... Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. This means a lot more art, but I think it's cool. Like, I think the cities are gonna look much better. Unfortunately, this is not gonna be like retroactively apply, because if you already built your city, it's not gonna tear it down. Why isn't this? Like, this should also upgrade. Right? No? Let's see. I'm not sure if it's a bug or it's just my city, the way it's built is not. Because I don't see any level 2, size 2. Right? I don't see any of those. Maybe if I build also a canal, let's build a canal. Yeah, okay, no, okay. It's just that it's easier to upgrade level like the bigger ones, which makes sense, because they can get more influence. It's easier to influence bigger buildings because they occupy more space, so it's easier to. But yeah, okay, no, we got it. Here we go. There you go. So this is a level 3 already, so it's way bigger. And this is a level 2 size 1. So yeah, so it's very varied. Okay, that's cool. I like this approach, no? It looks a lot better. So let's model some more. So okay, so we're talking about this idea. Oh wait, actually, so no bug. I can't believe it, but we did it. We did it, boys. All right, I'm gonna model more level 2s. So now the issue is, not the issue, but like the consequence of this is that we really want to make sure that we have a lot of variations. So I'm just gonna, I don't know if this is too simple, but I mean, I think it's cool, right? I think it makes sense. Maybe I can add some animation when you're zooming in. I can move it up and down or something. I'll do that. So this is CR1 size 1 var 2. Okay. var 2 like this. And okay. let's add the materials, CR1, that's 1 bar 2, base, no, main. Okay, and this is the concrete, and this is the umbrella one, umbrella 2. Umbrella 2. Super simple model, but again, like simplicity is it's what's important here. I don't know why it's saying untitled. I thought I saved it with a name. CR1S1 bar 2. Okay. All right. So I think I need to unwrap and simplify and everything. So I'm just gonna do it. So generate, decimate, planner. Do you see the shortcuts? Because sometimes they crash. Do you see them? No, right? No. Dang, this thing from Blender is running me crazy. So just open up again. I need more space. Okay. Maybe that's the issue. I should probably uninstall Rust. Let me do that. Uninstall, yeah. So I have a lot of games, but they are on the external hard disk, but Rust doesn't like that, and so okay. Okay, so I need to unwrap this as well, and this as well. Okay, now you see my shortcuts again. Okay, so I'm gonna save this. So we need this to go in the right folder. So it's CR1S1, CR1S1 bar 2. I think we need at least 5, so buckle up because I'm gonna speed model quite a lot of them now. Okay, new, select, let's select CR1 bar 2, let's go, okay. Saving. So Stacey, if you have questions about like modeling or texturing or optimization stuff, I'm here. Huh? Just feel free to ask. I'm super happy to help, even if it's not like strictly relevant to what I'm doing right now. I think the era of super big developers is I'm not gonna say it's ending, but it's a lot less relevant than before. You know, working on big projects, stuff like that. I think it's much more relevant to play, you know, for folks when you think about like how successful indies are. Like that's what matters. I feel like. Wait, so where is my texture? Okay, it's here. So I'm just gonna put it down there. Yeah. So I wanna add skid concrete to this. Nice. Okay, now let's do the main thing. So the thematic color for commercial is the kind of this pinkish, this one, right? Purple, sorry. Not the pink, the purple. So what I want to do is I want to add that, but I also would like to add some logos and stuff. So this is going to be our base color for the truck. Okay, and then like this, and then you know the drill, black mask, generator, dirt, boom, that's it. Right, and then I want to add the window. So you know the drill, texture settings, add the emissive channel, then you switch here, properties, you add the emission, and let's add like this and like this, and then where are the windows? Only in the here, right? And wait, am I getting the thematic color wrong? I don't think so, right? But I need to check. Oh wait, oh no, I made a mistake. This is not CR, this is CP. Oh no. Okay. Okay. I need to fix it. Thematic color is pink, I think. So I got both of those wrong. So thematic color for this is pink, not purple. Purple is for rich folks, and CR is for rich folks. So this should be called CP. So okay. So what do we do? So we need to. Okay. So let's delete. Let's. I'll think about this later, off stream. Just gonna stress out. It doesn't matter. I'll just place it in the right folder. As long as I place it in the right folder, it's gonna be fine. And also, as long as I pick the right thematic color, that's more important than anything. So, I'm gonna do that. So let's fix the thematic color. Thematic color is this pink, right? And so, yeah, it's gonna be like this. And the dirt, it's gonna be like this. Okay, this looks better actually. I was feeling uneasy, and the reason was I was getting the thematic color wrong. I don't know why, like the top part looks different. I don't know if it's this. So let me actually save this with the right name here. And then let me delete the old wrong name, yeah, okay. And then let me export it in the right place. So, yeah, and then CP, yep. Yep, yeah, like this, okay. No, because otherwise, like, I will forget I made this mistake, and then it's gonna be a mess. So, I'm also gonna save this with the right naming convention. Okay, and then, okay, so we were saying this looked a bit weird, so I want to make sure I'm exporting this right. And then I'm gonna just load it again. So here, yeah, commercial pulver too. Okay, I mean, fine, it's fine. Still looks weird, but it's fine. Okay, so Windows. I think this is too much dirt. Okay, there's no dirt. Okay, that's why. And so generator dirt. Okay, like this. I think this looks very good. I want to add a logo on top, so I'm just gonna add a folder. I'm gonna call it logo. I'm gonna add it under the dirt. And then this is going to be like pure thematic color, and then let's see which logos I have here. I added some logos from the Skid Cities world, so do we have Coca-Cola? I would like to add the Coca-Cola logo, yeah. Okay. Let's find a good way to show this. I don't know why I'm having trouble seeing the. Okay. Like this, but I think it would be funnier if it was like. It'd be funnier if it was. Wait, that's not what I want to do. Is I want to, yeah, okay, exactly, black mask, and then like this. Okay, this makes more sense. That's why I couldn't see it properly. It should be bigger, right? Like, yeah, like this. But then I don't like this. Like, it should be maybe, yeah, like this. Or we actually don't do this. Or we just add some details on top, like vents and stuff. And then, oh man, this thing that I got it wrong, Spotify is killing me. Let's add like the vent here, and then I'll add the Coca-Cola logo on the umbrellas. Like I'm having a hard time. Like I used to be able to tell very well the orientation of this, but now it's not showing up anymore for some reason. Okay, so this like this. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just breaks the illusion a bit, the issue a bit of like having the same stuff over and over. Okay, and then the color is this and this. Right. Okay. I think it makes sense, and then we can have the umbrellas be red. Right. So like this. And the bases should be not red. I'll just paint those real fast like this. Come on. Okay. And then this is like, okay, I'm just gonna do like this, and yeah, like this, okay. And then we add the Coca-Cola logo on top, and so this is gonna be like bam, 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 brush, and then type of brush, and then Coca-Cola, like this, bam, and like this, bam, right? I think you can tell this is like a place, right? Okay, so I'm gonna copy all of this to the other umbrella and then adjust it for the other umbrella. Specifically, I need to remove clear mask and then paint it again, and then clear mask and then paint it again like this. Okay, and then I just need this to be a square just so I can paint this. Yeah. Oh wait, let me delete because there's some noise here. Okay, and then this. No, sorry, I want the brush. Yeah. Okay. Oh no. Okay, there's not a lot of people will see this. It's fine. Like you cannot really. Oh no, but this you can tell. Okay, so this I don't want. Wait, I didn't. This sounds like wrapping issues, but I don't know why my cursor is disappearing when I'm going around. This is a, I don't know, some sort of issue there. Okay. Slightly more saturated here. Same thing here. Okay. Okay, I think this looks good. It's a food truck, super poor. Maybe we can add some sort of like graffiti on the ground or something. Oh, you don't do graffiti on the ground, right? Oh, Stacey, I'm hearing you. Yeah, but I mean, don't think about the fears there. That would be my suggestion. Like, don't think about like what could happen and stuff like that. It's like when you're driving, like you don't want to go there and think, oh, what happens if I don't, turn the curve, turn the, move the wheel right when I'm taking a turn left or something. You don't want to focus on what happens if you don't make the turn correctly. You just want to drive, right? It's kind of similar. So I was ultra worried when I was working on Skid Cities at the beginning. I was like, okay, this is too big of a project for a solo, like an entire city builder. Like, am I crazy? There's gonna be a bigger studio that's just gonna do something exactly similar, same concept, and it's gonna overtake me and stuff. And that actually wasn't gonna happen because, if people like what I do, they will be excited. If they don't, they don't. Like, it's not gonna matter a lot like what other people do. It's zero sum game, and people are, have different tastes, etc. And for me, every small win, it's a win, right? And for a bigger studio with bigger investments, it's not the case. So it's a different scale. So I was actually over worrying about stuff. That's the short version of saying that. So yeah, don't worry about that. It would be more like just regardless of what other studios do, like, does it make sense for you? Like, does it make sense to invest that much time? Does it make sense for your trajectory as a career and stuff like that? I think those are more like important questions in terms of like what it makes sense to worry about. I learned, that worrying about competition is actually not helpful. Not is actually the biggest thing that is gonna make you succeed or fail. It's competition is gonna be there, but it's not really gonna affect you that much, right? So don't worry about that. Like, I was worried that people would buy my game less if similar games came out, but actually people bought my game more since my similar games came out. So like, you cannot really tell. Oh, I want to put some front lights here. You cannot really tell, anticipate, and sometimes everything is. Sometimes stuff is a blessing in disguise, and it's hard to say from the get go. So even now, like, I think it's impossible to say. I destroyed my. Why did it change? Why did my. Okay. I didn't find my windows anymore. I was frustrated. Okay, so can I just use the same? Just add some. No. Looks like I can't do that. Right? No, yeah, I probably can. Okay, this doesn't look good, so I'm gonna find another one. It's not very clear that those are like lights. Maybe I can. Oh, I know what I have to do. So it has to be like this, right? Something like this. So I'm pressing shift to kind of create a line. Okay, this looks like front lights, right? Okay, something like this. Something like this. Hey, see you, Steezy. Anytime, I'll be here. It was great chatting with you and being here with you. Thank you for joining. Next time, let's do the other way around. Let me know when you're streaming, I'll crush it. I'll crush your stream. Yeah? Best of luck. Alright, so did I add like the emission material here? It looks like I did. So it should be ready to export this. So I'll go texture baker as usual, go like this, and then this R2. Like this, and then mesh baker, prefab, same drill. There was an error. Let's see, bake into prefab, same as texture. What was the issue? I'll just try again. Okay, I think this time it went through. I just misclicked or something. Okay, cool. So now I'm gonna bring this here. Prefab variant. So hello everyone. So if you just joined, we're modeling stuff. So what I'm doing right now is I'm baking everything into one material. So, and then I'm gonna add it to the game. I also think I wanted to add it as a unique name. So I'm gonna add it. So this is the technical name I'm using internally. You need every single piece of your game to have a unique name. This is my suggestion. I mentioned it also before. So, okay, so this is the baked, result of our food truck. Super simple, should be effective. We'll check it out in game soon. So like this, if I do enable GPU instancing, I do that because I really need that. Otherwise Unity is gonna slow the game down a lot. And I'm simplifying this hierarchy as well. And oh wait, I made a mistake because I needed to copy one element here. So I want to copy this component and have it here. So at first I was very like adding basically any type of hierarchy to the Unity editor and I didn't care, but that's a mistake. You don't want to do that. Actually, the Unity spends a lot of time figuring out and rearranging their hierarchy here. So the more elements you have as children to other elements, the slower the game will get. And it's not documented anywhere, but that's how it is. And so, yeah, don't do that. If you have a heavy game like mine where you have hundreds of objects, just pay attention to that. Okay, so let's see how it looks. It looks very cool. Oh wait, the collider is too big. Okay, good. Okay, super nice. Okay, so let's apply this. Okay, and then I'm gonna add it to my list. So like here. I need to get to 5, so I'm trying to be as fast as possible, okay? Okay, so this is a food truck, so I'm gonna call it CB1 food truck. Let's add it to my list of names. So where's my cursor here? So I'm handling this in the same way that I'm handling a lot of I'm handling like multiple food truck, and I'm handling a lot of languages, and the way it's working is I've built a system that allows me to do that. And so I have these huge JSON files with all the labels in the game, and then I basically, depending on the language you select, it picks up English, Italian, whatever. I support 27 languages. So that's how it works. And so I want the players, when they right click on this model, to visualize a special name, and it's going to be picked at random between those 3. It's very cool. Okay, so we did this. Let's do another one. So I'm gonna add a mesh. Okay, let me restart Blender, because every time sometimes it crashes the extension that shows you the keyboard shortcuts, and I really want you to see those. So okay, so it keeps crashing. This freaking. Let's see if you have suggestions on why this is crashing and not showing up. I'd be super curious to know, because I noticed that if I restart Blender, it works most of the time. But yeah, I mean, why? And I really want you guys to see those. But okay, enable on startup. Why doesn't it save that? Okay, so okay, experimental, get event aggressively. I have no way of checking that out. Okay, and so it's still not showing up. But let's see if now it does. Otherwise I will give up. But it sucks a little bit. Yeah, no, it's not showing up. Why? Like, I really like the idea of using the shortcuts there. I'm doing at very fast pace, but it's not showing up. Overlay. Do you like this? No? Okay. It's okay. Okay, so I'll start again. So I'll add a mesh. So we're doing size 1, so this actually means it's half the size here, like this. Okay, Z is the one going top. So this is the space we have. So let's take a look at what we already have. So we're building commercial poor areas. So we have this that we just modeled, this that it's like I don't know, like food shop, and this which is a tattoo shop. What else do we have on level 1? Let's check out level 1 size 2. We have a McDonald's, we have a gun shop, we have another food thingy, we have home security shop, we have a blood bank, and we have another tattoo parlor. So I need to come up with another concept. So let's check out maybe something, let's put some music and let's check out something else. Maybe we can say, you know, I want to find some sort of like ideas. If you have ideas, put them in the chat. Like, I want to see, okay, so let's say let's go somewhere that I consider like good benchmark for this. So let's go I don't mean people to be mean with anybody, but places where the average salary is low, and then we go and see what they're. Wait, I remember like maybe in America. Let's go in America and let's go in. I want to go to Bakersfield. Bakersfield. Where is it? Bakersfield. Yeah. And we go in the outside of Bakersfield, and then we let's take a look at what shops there are here, just to get some ideas, right? Yeah, that's what I mean. You see? Okay. So which shops can we see here? No shops. What is this? What is this? What are you? Pollo asado. I love that, right? Like liquor. Let's build a liquor shop. Let's build a liquor shop like this. Look how cyberpunk this is. Like, you don't need to. New tires. Okay, there's flying cars in Skid City, so we cannot put tires here. Oh, I love that. La Potranca Club. Like, look at that. Okay, I like that. I like the fact that it's called a club, and then it has like this grid in front of it. Like, you really don't want people to enter. It's really funny. It's really cyberpunk as well, right? Like this Envio dinero, like money exchanges. Let's make a money exchange. And we call it like the welcoming money exchange, and it has like a wall inside of it not to let you in or something like that. Like, I really like this clash of like trying to be friendly while at the same time being really walled up, right? Okay, so I'll do like this. Okay, I want to add a mirror, so I'm gonna split it in the middle, and then I'm gonna select those two. I'm gonna delete it, and then I'm gonna add and generate mirror. No, on the X. Okay, and now, so this is gonna have two entrances on each side, so it always looks nice. So I'm gonna do like this, and just wanna put the entrance, and then I wanna put the stuff to block you from entering, kind of thing. Okay, what if I mirror also on this? No. Okay. And then same thing here. I'm gonna just put it here like this. Okay, and like this. So now we bring it up like this, right? And then, okay, I like this. I'm gonna apply the mirror, and then I'm gonna make it not so regular. Because as I was saying before, like, your brain will always notice when things are regular. And so you really want to break that feeling into your player. And that helps you, like, not have this feeling of, like, okay, this very repetitive CD. So that's what I'm going for. Okay, so let's add the roof. Like this. This is too small, by the way. I need to scale it up because this is level size 1, so it's pretty small. So I need to occupy basically all of this space, otherwise it's gonna be too difficult to read. Like this, okay. Let's bring the roof up. Let's do like this. Okay, and then I'm just gonna have it like this. Oh. Okay. Okay. And so let's take a look at this again. So this has some sort of no, I want to change this. So the entrance is to be not a stall, and then this. Yeah, like this, right? Yeah. Yeah, this looks less inviting, which is what we want to do. Okay, this is not very clear what this is. Like, it just looks like a building. I need to make it more clear that this is a commercial zone. So this is one of the objectives of this. So yeah, we should have some sort of something like this where you have the, oh man, look at this. Oh no, now I want to do this. Like, look how evil this looks. Like, there's no windows and it's like a reselling or something. Okay. Okay. So maybe we can leave some space here, and leave some space here, and we put like a sign sticking out or something. Sign sticking out. Like this, right? Like a sign sticking out of this thing, like this. No? Yeah, this makes it clear that this is shop. So the sign is actually slightly more complex shape. Like this going down like this, and this has another Caesar like this. Okay, this is going up. Okay, let's bring this up a bit. Okay, so we have our sign. It's probably like here on the entrance, like this, and then we want to do the same on the other side actually. So I'm just gonna copy this, rotate. Wait, actually no, I don't want to copy it. I just want to have the same object. I'm just gonna copy the mesh. Yeah, like this. Okay. So this may stick into the other building or the nearby building. I think it's fine actually. It's gonna be fun, so I don't care. Just a small detail sticking to the next building. If it's too crowded, so be it. Yeah, I like this. This is more clear. Maybe we can add some sketchy stuff in front. Maybe we can add like a barrel. Let's add a barrel. So I'm gonna add a plane. Like this, I'm gonna change it. This 1, 2, 3, 4. Right click, subdivide, and then just select off of those ones. Like this. Okay, we have our barrel. Right? Like just sketchy place. That's the idea. It's like there's wait, did I like this? Okay. A sketchy place, but it is. This could be a garbage thing, or it could be something different, right? Up to you, but like it has to be some messy thing, because you understand this is like a commercial shop. I like it. Then we can hide those. Okay, so let's save this. It's commercial 1, size 1, var 3. So now let's assign the materials. Commercial 1 var 1 commercial 1 size 1 var 3 concrete, and then it's like commercial 1 barrel. Actually I want to join those. I want them to be the same. Okay, barrel, and then this is commercial 1 main, commercial 1 roof, commercial 1 sign. Okay, so those are the materials. Now I want to make sure that I am simplifying the meshes and that I'm unwrapping everything. So I'm just going to go like this and unwrap. It's Smart TV project unwrap. And then I'm gonna do the same here. Generate decimate, planner, apply. So already very low, so it's probably not needed. Smart TV project, same thing here. Modifier, generate decimate, planner, apply. And Smart TV, same thing for this. I don't think this is gonna do anything, but just do it as a matter of procedure, just so I try to squeeze as much performance out of this as possible. Okay, so now let's texture this. So I'm gonna export it. This is not the right place. Let me go to the right place. Toom. I'm again saying CR, it's CP. Okay. One, var 3. Okay, and now let's create a new project here in Substance Painter. Let's open this model up. I just modeled. Boom. Save the previous one. And then I'm just gonna speed run like 2 or 3 of those. And so I want to do this plus another 2, and then I'm gonna take a pause, but I'm on a roll right now, so. Okay, so let's add this. Oh no, this is the wrong place to add it. Here. Okay. Oh, I need to bake it. So let's bake this mesh map. So by baking it, you know, Substance Painter knows, you know, which face is facing what compared to the rest of the object, and so it can compute and say like, oh, this part is more occluded than the others. This part is going to have more dirt, for example. It's going to be, it's going to get more light or stuff like that. Okay, so I'm going to put some. Let's do the barrels first. Okay, so let's do the barrels first. So the barrels are going to be this blue here. Actually, no, let's just make them metal, basically, like this, yeah. Okay, and then main. Gonna make it the iconic color or the signature color of this. This needs to be main because I'll apply it to also to the top part there. So the roof. Okay, and then I'm gonna add like a darker tone here. Gonna add the black mask, add generator dirt. Okay. So, alright, like this. I think this is very good. I want to add some stuff on the roof. The roof is too boring, so I'm gonna do that. But before I do that, let's add the windows. So I'm gonna add this. We need to add emissive channel. Alright, and then emissive, and then this, and then this, like this, and then this, like this, and then black mask, and then we just put it in the windows. 1, 2. It's not bright enough. Let me brighten this up more. So the emissive part has to be more emissive. Yeah. Okay, and then we had a black mask here, generator, dirt again. And this is lower emissive. Yeah. More contrast. Like this. Yeah. Okay, cool. So we got this. Maybe we can actually make this green. I think it would be funnier. Yeah, like this, and also this is to be green. Like this. Nice. Okay, and now we're just missing the sign, so... And then we customize the roof a bit, not to make it so boring. So we go like this. I want the sign to be red, dark red, like this. Let's take a look. Oh, it's actually very bright. Like this. Yeah. Like this. And then, you know, we go like this. And we actually, yeah. And also this has to be emissive because this is a sign. And emissive, like this. Also this is black mask. Let's see if I need to create a new logo for this or something. Or if I can reuse. Comsac, blood bank, Comsac, set. But this was like, yeah, liquor or something, right? Maybe you can just, no, it's gonna look bad. I need to come up with, wait, so I can paint? Oh, can I change the phrase? Oh, okay, then I'm gonna do this. So, what was this? Rusticos Maxiban. Rusticos. I like Rusticos. Rusticos. Looks amazing. It's so evil. No, not evil, it's so cyberpunk. Just boom, like this, like the neon. I like it a lot.
Ce l'hai fatta. Allenamento finito.
Okay. So now let's customize the roof. I want this to be more dirty and have some vents and stuff. So okay, so this is gonna be this and this, and add black mask, and then I'm gonna like add generator, and then I'm gonna add dirt, some more dirt, and yeah, like this, and then I'm gonna add like this, and then I'm gonna add like black mask. I'm gonna change this to this and make it like this, and then I'm gonna add some vents. Oh, okay, now I can see the vent, right? Okay, also here. One and two. Huh? One and two. Okay, and I'm gonna change this to then I put it under the dirt. No, you cannot tell the difference if it's under, but it's fine. At least it's breaking a bit, right? The feeling, no? Not fully convinced, but okay. I mean, it's fine. I actually like it. Let's go with it, shall we? So I'm gonna save this size 1 bar 3, right? Yeah, yeah, over 3. Okay. And then let's export it. If I don't export, nothing happens here. So I'm exporting over 3, okay, using my own preset exporting. Boom, let's check it out. So over 3, let's extract the materials from here. Let's bring this on board. Okay, so barrel, let's go concrete, let's go main one, let's go emission of the main one, let's go sign, okay, no wait, sign is this one, yeah, and then emission on the sign is this one. Okay, I like it. Rustico's furniture. It looks so rugged. Okay, so let's bake this and then ready to add it to the game. So boom, create empty asset, prefab, building, dev tiles, doom, the right place. Okay, and then mesh. Like this. Baked. Let's go. So baking the materials means we're gonna have just one material, one mesh, much more optimized for Unity. So we need it. It's gonna be fun. Okay, and then we bake this as well. All right, and so then we save this as a prefab variant, so we can recover it later. Then we add basic. So this is two word 3 lots, and so we're gonna copy this component here. Yes, because I used to do a lot of like hierarchy. You don't want hierarchy. I already said that, but okay. So like this, we unpack this. Okay, so let's check this material needs emission enabled to go up like this, and then this to be parented directly to this. So we skip another level, and then we go like this, and yeah. I could make a level where I don't do the barrels, but it's fine. Okay, so like this, and I think we're good, right? Yeah. Okay, so we added that, and now let's add it to the catalog, or to, right? And then, so this is Rusticos. So I'm gonna call it Rusticos. I think it's a furniture store. GP1 Rusticos. Right? GP1 Rusticos. Okay. Super nice. Right, let's do the number 4 so that we have 5 variations. That was my plan. So I saw something else that inspired me while I was going around. Wait, by the way, yeah, here, which is the shape of this building itself. Like, this is super evil. I'm not sure if this reads like a commercial building though. I'm worried it may read like a factory from afar. So yeah, that may be the case though. I really like this roof here. I want to do something with this roof. Like, right, with this rugged roof, or even this. Like, oh, I like this. So it's like, okay. So it's like some service of some kind. So let's do that. So let's try this again. Like screen. Okay. Still not. Okay. No. Okay. It's fine. I don't know why. Like it's not showing up. It used to. Okay. So let's add another one. This is the last one. Then I'm gonna take a brief pause before I get back. So this and then this. Okay. And then this. So this is some sort of car service, something like that, right? So I'm gonna keep it in the center and then move it later. So let's start from the roof. So I need to move those like this. Right? And then this is gonna... like this, right? And this is how it is, right? And then we have like four things that go up. So, okay. Let's start again. I messed up the topology tab. I'm not sure if this is too much detail, but I can remove it later in case I wanna see the vibe first. I feel like this is too actually it feels better than I was expecting. Like it looks rugged and wrong, which is what I want to go, but I think okay. So yeah, I want this to be larger and this to be thinner. Okay, it's better. Like this, it doesn't need to be precise. It doesn't want to be precise. Like it has to look rugged and makeshift. Yeah, I think this is fine actually. I can put some like boxes sticking out, and I think we're good to go. Let's actually add a cube directly. Right? Yeah. So some boxes sticking out like this. No? And I think, and then I think it's good. It's like some sort of storage plus slash place where you fix stuff and stuff like that. I think it makes sense. I think it reads not as a house, right? Because it has stuff sticking out and things like that. And if I can put it off center like this, yeah, even more, right? So I'll just add some details to this box. So that's just a box. Just slight details to make this look more like a box. Like this, okay, and then we go down a bit, okay. Right, so okay, and then we duplicate this, and then we have like a smaller version of this. It's not as tall, not as big there. And maybe it's even, yeah, like this. And it's like sticking out as well. Maybe on this side as well. Like this. Yeah? Right? And we can call it like repair shop or something. I think it makes sense. It's like you got this vibe that it's like a storage place of some sort. Okay, so this is size 1 var 4, right? This was var 3, so this is var 4, the 5th, because it starts from 0. Okay, so let's assign the materials. You know the drill. Var 4, concrete. So every single piece in the game has a unique name. And so that's why I'm following this naming convention, and I always add the materials with the same prefix, because otherwise, man, like, you're gonna run crazy. I'm gonna tell you, like, because you're gonna look at a material and you want to know where it's supposed to be and what it's showing up. And so this way, every time I look at a material, I immediately know, okay, this is where it's supposed to be shown. And then if it doesn't, then it's easy to fix. And if there's something broken somewhere, it takes a second. Like, I think I did it at the start of the stream. Like, I just fixed one building that didn't look right, and I knew immediately where to look. And if you think about
Continuo a sognare occhi aperti.
the fact that I have 300 models, and each of them is like 5 different materials, it means I'm already like over 1,500 materials, and I didn't have to look 1 second, right? So yeah, this type of discipline is super important. Okay, I feel like this roof is a little bit boring, but it's fine. So I think we're good to go. Exporting, so I'm gonna say export, and then I'm gonna say right folder, which is a new folder, var 4. Okay, so let's texture this. Let's go, so var 4. Saving. Let's bake this. Oh, bake. So I'm gonna do this last one, then I'm gonna take a pause. It's been almost 4 hours of stream, so yeah. I don't wanna overpush catch myself. Okay, so painting mode. Okay, so concrete is easier, always use the same for consistency. Okay, and then let's make the boxes. So the boxes is the details. I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna instantiate it across the other box. Okay, and then this is of course too saturated. Like this, and then there's a darker tone, and that is, you guessed it, dirt. Okay, maybe too much. Less dirt, and then there's also detail that it's like this, and this is metal edges. It's more. Okay, I think this is very cool. Like the combination of dirt and metal edge, with the metal edge being clearer, like lighter, the dirt being darker. I think it's very cool. And then, okay, so this is it, and then I want to add some writings here, just specifically on this. And the writings are going to be white, and they're going to be so fragile or something, right? Oh wait, caps lock. Yeah. But it needs to be under the dirt. So wait, so let's gonna do like this. Then we're gonna copy paste it because I want it to be, yeah, right? Like this looks a lot better. What's happened there? It's funny looking, huh? Okay. Also, this does not have the thing there, but it's okay. Okay, so now I'm just gonna copy paste it here so that we redo the fragile detail. Okay. Like this. Let's do the rest. So tubes, okay, this. Let's go this, like this. And again, like, let's add some dirt, just add some. Sense of scale, and then roof. I'm using the thematic color of the commercial pours, that's why it's I'm using this pink. But yeah, the roof is gonna have this problem that it's not interesting enough. I already saw that. In the when I was modeling. Okay. So what can we do about this roof? Let's go back to the reference. Where is it? Yeah, it has some stripes. But I don't love stripes. Okay, well, let's start with the easy stuff. So like, let's add some metal stuff that like we did before. And it looks very bad. Right. Like I can add it, but it's not gonna change much. I'll leave it, but it's not a fix. So can we add like lines? Like, I mean, come on, it's fine. Maybe I'm overthinking it. What do you think, chat? Maybe I'm overthinking it. This looks good. Let's explore. Let's see, explode it. Let's export it. So it is S1 for 4. Alright, we're almost there. 4 hours of work. But the cities are gonna look amazing after this update. Like there's gonna be a lot more variety, not only because I added a bunch of models, but also because the I used them a lot more. Because I changed the code, right? So it's gonna spawn okay, I'm getting this wrong. It's gonna spawn at random, sometimes some smaller ones, so cities are gonna look a lot more varied and less squarish. Okay, so almost there. So like extract the materials, boom, boom, boom. No, this is wrong. Boom, boom, wrong. So this box 2. Okay, and this is box 1. All right, this looks better. And then this concrete, right? And then this is roof. And then this is this. Doesn't have any emission. Okay, so text is Baker. This. Okay. And then create empty asset. Prefab building. Dev tiles. This. This. I can't believe we added this much stuff in not a lot of time. I have to say, like 4 hours is it's not a lot. Okay, so bake into prefab. I noticed that if I go too fast, it's gonna complain, no? What is that he didn't like? Let's start again. Didn't like something. I moved too fast. This is a script I wrote, so like it's not. I found actually, so it's not like an official Unity feature. And it was amazing. Like he helped me get through a lot of performance hurdles I was having. Like the first version of Skid Cities was really, really not optimized because of all of these things. So, yeah, you see it's somehow throwing this happens on bounds of the array. So I think I need to do this. Yeah, okay. There's some mesh which is funny. Okay, that's better. Now, okay, let's select this again. Okay, great. Let's do this. So this. So let's check out the baked version if it's fine. Yeah, it looks great. And so doof doof doof. That's what we need to do. CPU instancing. So let's go, mate. I'm almost done. I'm actually running on fumes a little bit right now, so sorry if I'm silent later. I will take a pause and then get back. It's probably for round 2. Okay, so copy component. Past component is new. Okay, and then so this is the baked version. So wait, so I need to unpack it and then bring it here, and then this like this. Okay, and then the usual here. We're good to go. Let's bring it here. Great, and now let's add it to the list of models. And this CPU1 storage. And then we go into our list B and CPU1 storage 1. There's like parts storage. Okay. Cool. Alright, so we had a lot of variations today. We changed the stuff. Super happy of the progress. A lot of progress. So let's do something. I want to try to do a raid of another channel. So this would be the first time I do a raid. So stay with me. I've never done this. Let's see. Explore raid browser, raid channel. So yeah, so Dracofox looks super fun. Let's see if there's somebody else. I wanna write an English speaking channel since we're speaking English today. Yeah. Okay, I see somebody also working on Unity. That may be fun. 3D printing looks fun. So Dev Donut, let's go there. Yeah, let's raid. Okay. All right. It's gonna be fun. See you later, guys. We're gonna double the the viewers of this other channel. So it's a great stream. We did accomplish a lot. I'll put it on YouTube as well if you want to check out the start and you missed it or anything like that. I'll probably be back next week. I may be back later today. So yeah, thank you so much for checking me out. See you.
Finalmente. Spiaggia.
Y bueno, vamos a hacerle un extension method porque necesito algo. What the fuck? Yo!